is Jessica Flores, and my field of study is technically directing film. I actually was assistant directing a show here with Andrew Robertson, and they were super behind on costumes for Drowsy Chaperone. And so the lady who was running the shop back then, she asked me to come in and help, and I somehow got sucked into it. And then when she left, I took over her position. I'll kind of do some different research on different styles, and my big thing that I really like to do is we do a lot of period shows here, so I like to kind of combine modern stuff with the past things and kind of roll it all together. So that's kind of my creative way. Well, it depends. Like it depends on each director, especially. I have some directors that are much more hands-on, and they will give me a theme of what they're actually kind of going with in the show, and with others, I just I'll find something in the script that makes sense to the entire show, and I'll kind of go with that. So basically we kind of start with the student. Each person has their own body type and different things like that. So a lot of times I'll kind of base building a costume off of the particular person. That's the awesome thing about actually making things, is you can make them for the individual, which is pretty cool. But we'll start out by kind of taking their measurements, figuring out what would look best on them, and then we'll kind of pull out pattern and start going through fabric, and a whole bunch of sewing goes from there. Drowsy Chaperone was probably my favorite. I think it's a pretty well-known show. I designed for all of them, but it was a lot of fun. It's just, I don't know, each show's a little different. My favorite time period is definitely the 20s. I really like doing kind of like the flapper style clothes, the layering. I like kind of messing with that. I think that's my favorite. So working here, what's pretty cool is you work with a lot of different theater companies outside of this one. And Carla Frederick, who also works here, she's got me in with Phoenix Theater, so I've been able to do some stuff down there. So it's nice because it's like you meet different people and you get to kind of try your hand at different things at different theaters. The cool thing about our program, I think, is that, like, especially for me, a few years ago, I didn't even know how to sew. And I came in here and suddenly I'm building 28 costumes or whatever for a show. So I think it's cool that we give like so many different opportunities at the school. And I mean, anybody that wants to come in and sew can just come in and I'll teach them. And that's basically how I got into it. So I think it's cool that we kind of give people the opportunity to do everything. So I've worked a lot with different people backstage, so I've learned a lot of different things that I just didn't know about, especially technical theater. It's a lot of work, and it's pretty cool because I've gotten the chance to kind of learn more about that. I've learned a lot about lights, which I started out knowing absolutely nothing. And then too, I've done stage management and stuff like that. So it's definitely, it's like I said to you, you meet so many different people and you work with so many different people. You get job offers all the time. So I think that that helps build your career a ton. I think the program's amazing. Andrew's done a lot for our program. She's turned a lot of stuff around, and there's just so many different things that you can do. It's like you can learn the craziest things that you thought you would never learn. That's what's kind of cool about our program. Well, I think like the biggest thing that I hear from students is that they feel like they can't go anywhere in theater or film or whatever aspect they're going into. And I think once they kind of start working with our program a little more, they realize that there's so many more opportunities out there. And you can actually make a career out of being in theater. Or fun. That's it.